Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's your guy Igor here. Today I have the easiest immigration program for 2023. A family from Ukraine has just stayed in Airbnb and they came from New Brunswick and they did their immigration through an amazing program which allowed them to come to Canada in their late 50s with almost no English and almost no skills. So I'm going to cover this program for you, it's crazy and you should definitely take an opportunity and take advantage of this program because it might be just the easiest program out there, especially if English is not your first language. If you have trouble with English, if you're watching this video, your English is probably good enough to be qualified under this program anyway. The craziest part about this program is that they help you with settlement services. So they'll help you find housing, arrange transportation, to work. They would also help your kids to go to school or arrange childcare for them. And on top of that, they help with the language skills and provide up to 200 hours of English classes. This program, we're going to go through it in detail on how you can apply, what you need to get done, and how and where you can apply, how you can get it done to get your permanent residency. And now once again, I am in Calgary. Those guys just got their PR. They said they had to wait for a bit, but they brought in their daughter who is under 18 years of age to Canada and they have permanent residency. And in Canada, once you have permanent residency, you are free to move anywhere in Canada. So they chose to move to Calgary, to settle here because it's just nicer here. I got my laptop here. The name of this program, you might be wondering, it's actually called New Brunswick Critical Worker Pilot Program. So there are 6 employers in total that you would need to apply to get a job offer with one of them. Now that is very easy and I'll tell you how you can get it done. So first I'll tell you the list of employers so you have them, then I'll tell you which websites and where you can apply to get those jobs, and of course I'll also tell you how you can actually apply under this program in actually 3 easy steps. So first of all, here is the list. First employer is Cook Aquaculture Incorporated. That's the number 1 employer. Second one is Group Savoy Incorporated, Group Westco, and then Imperial Manufacturing, JD Irving Limited, and McCain Foods. So one of those employers, if you get a job offer with them for any kind of position, they are eligible under this program. So how do you get a job offer with one of those employers? Well, number 1 is you need to build a Canadian standard resume, which is, you know, there's a lot of YouTubers out there, they sell how to make a resume. I used to provide that kind of service, but I don't sell anything anymore on this channel. So I'll just tell it to you for free. Download a template of a resume from one of the Canadian or American websites. Make sure that you don't reveal any confidential information such as your gender. Don't put your picture, so you don't reveal your race, your gender, your confidential information like your age, your passport details, your marital status, pregnant, non-pregnant, how many kids, things like that. I had people over the years being on YouTube sending me their resumes, asking me to sponsor them to Canada, which I do not do, and sending their passports. I asked them not to do that and I would delete their emails because this is very sensitive information. You never send it to anyone through the email, and if people get that kind of thing, they would discard it and they're not going to review it. So make sure your resume is up to the standard. You can also look a bunch of videos on YouTube on how to make a resume for free. Now, where do you find those employers? The simplest way, guys, is actually just to go to one of those employers' websites and apply there. So that would be the simplest way. The second simplest way, I would say that people prefer this way over the first one, is to go to websites like Indeed.ca, Workopolis, Job Bank, or LinkedIn. If you go to one of those websites and put the employer, you can even find positions like in general labor that doesn't need any education or experience, and it's pretty simple. So you get one of those job offers from one of these employers, submit your resumes, get an interview, get a job offer, they're eligible for this program. So now once you have that, you have to create an expression of interest. This is how you apply and get your permanent residency through this program. It's very easy. You go to the website. I'll leave a link in the description of this video, guys. Now, I also want to say a couple of things before you start clicking all the links in the comments. There are people impersonating me. So if you don't see a tick mark, there are people even impersonating me on Instagram and on other social media platforms. So make sure it's actually me and my link. So I'll pin that comment on the very top, and it has to have a tick mark of verification, so you know it's me and not some other guy with the fake picture, with the Chinese bot or whatever country it is from, like just a bot, you know, with fake profiles out there. So verification mark, only those links. I'll pin it on the top of the comments. If you want to be safe, go in the description of this video. I'll make sure there is no links besides my own links that I put for you. You'll go there and you'll get to that program. You would be able to go to the government's website. You will be able to create an expression of interest to apply under this program. So once you have your expression of interest under this program, and with everything combined, you will get an invitation. So I'm hoping, my fingers crossed, but hoping you get an invitation to apply. It will give you 45 days to submit all the remaining documents, and then once it's all submitted and reviewed, that's when you get your nomination for the province, and now you can apply for permanent residency. It's as simple as that. Now, of course, guys, this program does require much English, does require much skills, much other things, but it does require something like a job offer. There is always a trade-off in Canada immigration. You don't want to get a job offer, you need to have English. You need to have education experience and maybe Canadian education or work experience that I didn't have. For example, I had to come to Canada as an international student, and I didn't have any, like, I didn't have Canadian education, I didn't have Canadian work experience, but after studying here, I got a work permit, I got Canadian education, I got Canadian experience, my English became way better. In fact, I speak English at home now. So yeah, how about that? And I was able to go through express entry. So if this program doesn't work for you, there is always other ways, but I still think this is a huge gateway for those people who are of a certain age, who are older of a certain age, and whose English or skills are not up there, and you can still come to Canada. There are still people coming to Canada who do not qualify under express entry, Canadian experience class, or FSW streams. Anyways, guys, what do I do in Calgary? How do I meet this kind of people? Well, first of all, guys, I rent out my basement on Airbnb, and I don't advertise it on YouTube channel because I don't want subscribers to book it anyways. I have enough people staying there through Airbnb. Another part about it, guys, I'm into real estate. I'm a realtor with eXp Realty here in Calgary, Alberta. So I help people buy and sell houses, and you can see a lot of posts. I just sold a house in Sundance, and I just purchased another house in the same community in Calgary. Just recently I posted on Instagram as well. I have to put more updates out there. That's what I do for a living, but I don't help with rent. I don't help finding rental properties, only buy or sell real estate. I'll also leave my contacts if you're interested in that in the description of this video, in the comments down below. And as well, my wife Neetu, she's from India, originally from Mumbai. She's with DLC Clear Trust Mortgages, so she's a mortgage broker. If you need a pre-approval, you need a mortgage, I'll leave her contacts in the description of this video as well. Of course, if you just need a pre-qualification for a mortgage, you can just download the app, install it on your phone. I'll also leave a link for that, and see what you could be potentially pre-approved if you're already in Canada, or you're just planning to move in Canada, want to look around what are the mortgage rates here and what are the housing prices. Feel free to check out those links, guys. I hope it helps. I hope to see you in Canada very shortly. And once again, it's your guy Igor here. I know I look a little bit different. You know, people were commenting. They said I gained a little bit of weight, so I lost some weight and I shaved off my beard. See you guys next video. Bye for now.